Georgia fanfare processional weekend.
sait porter l'épée, il sait porter la croix. Son histoire est une épopée, les plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
It is my pleasure to introduce a special and important addition to Convocation ceremonies that reminds us all of the ancestral lands of the first peoples of Canada. This song is called a victory song that will start us off in a good way at every one of our Convocation ceremonies. Over the past hundreds of years, there have been many victory songs that have been passed down through generations. These songs have a special power to them and therefore carry such great meaning, as this song correlates with the treaties signed with the Crown and the First Peoples of Canada. The treaties were agreements signed as a foundation for ongoing relationships in understanding one another so that we live together in a respectful relationship as we move forward together to advance reconciliation. We present this song to uplift the spirit and to encourage all of us to come together, sing, and dance in victory for the graduates' accomplishments. It is my pleasure today to introduce the victory song, and I extend gratitude to our traditional singers and cultural ambassadors, Lyle Tutusis, Monty Sunchild, Al Crawford, Adrian Lachance, Colin Rain, and Jade Tutusis, who have pre-recorded this victory song for the U of A Convocation ceremonies. If you are able, please remain standing.
Hey,
Whatsoever things are true, a promise made here at the University of Alberta over 100 years ago. Today, we are gathered to celebrate this commitment to ourselves and to our community. We celebrate with all those who leave here today with their degrees. May you continue to seek truth. May you continue to serve in our global home. May you continue to grow in wisdom and understanding. And may you continue to uphold the university's values of integrity, freedom, and equality and dignity of all persons, to create a community filled with promise for the future and goodwill towards all. Please be seated. I think we'll get started. I know some people are still getting seated, but we'll start. And I want to begin by welcoming all of you to the University of Alberta. My name is Peggy Garrity, and I have the privilege of serving as the Chancellor of the U of A and conferring all of your degrees today. I'd like to acknowledge that the University of Alberta is located on Treaty 6 territory and the homelands of the Métis. In stating this, we must recognize our responsibility in working in relationship alongside First Nation and Métis people and their communities on our way forward, and in good relations in uplifting the whole people for the next 7 generations and the university for tomorrow. On behalf of the entire university community, I'm delighted to welcome you to this convocation, the first time we've gathered in person since November 2019 to celebrate the graduating class. And I have to say, the first time that I've been able to look out and see all of you and congratulate you in person as Chancellor. So it's an exciting day for all of you, and it's an exciting day for me too. I look forward to seeing all of you. Graduates, we're very pleased that so many of your friends and family members could join us to celebrate your degrees. As you participate in today's ceremony, you are walking in the footsteps of many generations of scholars. And each of the traditions you see on the stage and throughout the ceremony today have special meaning and significance. Today's formal opening procession to the stage, led by our Chief Marshal and the University Mace, originates in the procession of the Guild of Teachers. Such guilds in past centuries were dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, just as our university is today. The many different academic gowns, hoods, and caps here on stage today reflect centuries of university tradition. As Chancellor, I wear the University of Alberta colors of green and gold. The different colors of your faculty hoods signify to everyone here and to society the degree that you have earned. Your caps, those Oxford-style mortarboards, may be considered a symbol of the scholar's independence. These symbols and traditions remind us of our connections to the past, but seeing your faces today and conferring your degrees is all about the future, about your futures and the future you will create for our communities and for the world. We will hear from Mr. Ryan Thompson from our Board of Governors and President and Vice Chancellor Bill Flanagan, who will join me here in recognizing your accomplishments today. We're also joined by traditional knowledge keeper Marie Rain, who is here today to extend a special recognition to Indigenous members of our learning community. Distinguished guests on the Convocation stage also include a number of community members, community leaders, members of our faculty and academy, and our college deans. I'm very pleased that deans and professors from our faculties of Graduate Studies and Research and Engineering are here to congratulate each graduate as you cross the stage. We'll also hear from Dr. Gary Merkel, who received an Honorary Doctorate of Laws degree at the Convocation ceremony this morning. We're so glad that he's able to come back this afternoon to speak as well. Following the presentation of the honorary degree, we will begin the recognition of your degrees. One of our deans will present you on behalf of the faculties, and our president will guide you through your pledge to pursue the encouragement of learning and the public good. It will then be my great honor to admit you to your degrees and confer upon you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that come with being a university graduate. Then it'll be your turn to be up here. And I'm sure when each of you cross the stage, that will be the most important time. Each of you cross the stage as your name is called. Your degree will be conferred as I congratulate you and we meet each other on the stage. I've been advised that my hand would be very sore after thousands of students at 14 Convocation events. So please just pause as you cross the stage so we can congratulate each and every one of you. That moment will bind you and the University of Alberta together for all time. We're all here to welcome you to our University of Alberta alumni family, and I really hope you enjoy the day. I'd like to start by inviting Mr. Ryan Thompson from the Board of Governors.
Good afternoon, everyone. Eminent Chancellor Garrity, President Flanagan, distinguished guests, graduands, families, and friends. I am very pleased to participate in this special day on behalf of the Board of Governors to bring the board's greetings and hearty congratulations. Today is a day of celebration when the entire university community, along with your families and friends, gathers to celebrate you, the graduating class of 2022. It is also a day to celebrate the university, which, by virtue of this marvelous milestone, has successfully provided you with the academic resources to support your engagement with issues and opportunities of 2022 and into the future. Collectively and cooperatively, you will be the generation that moves society forward in the arts, in the economy, in knowledge, discovery, and research. You've been changed over your years at the U of A. The knowledge you've gained here will enable you to address society's issues, influence others, and shape our collective future. You're now the kind of citizen who will apply critical thought, share your knowledge, foster common understanding, and employ the skills you've gained here to better society in a competent, thoughtful, ethical, and engaged way, today, tomorrow, and from now on. Our very heartfelt congratulations to you, your families, friends, and supporters. Be proud, savor your success, enjoy today, and we wish you the very best for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. It's now my pleasure to invite President Flanagan to address Convocation.
Thank you, Chancellor Garrity. And as Chancellor mentioned, I am likewise thrilled to be here in person today. As you may know, I've been president now for 2 years, and this week marks the first time in my presidency that I've been able to attend a convocation in person. So I know this is a thrilling day for all of you, but it's also really a thrilling day for me. So I just wanted to share that with you. And I also wanted to extend a warm welcome to our honorary degree recipient and of our many guests in the audience, and of course, the graduating class of 2022. It's all of you that we're here to celebrate today. And the journey you've made is one that has been filled with excitement and exploration, but it's also one that can be arduous. What you've accomplished takes fortitude and commitment. Many late nights, early mornings, and what I'm sure were impressive amounts of caffeinated beverages, and the determination to persevere even in the face of formidable odds and occasionally overwhelming workloads. And that's the journey experienced by a typical university graduate. Your journeys, by contrast, have been anything but typical. You've had to earn your degrees amid unprecedented global conditions during the last 2 years. And this has not gone unnoticed. On behalf of the University of Alberta, I want to offer our profound appreciation to each and every one of you. Throughout the many changes and challenges of the past 2 years, you have been quick to adapt. You have been resilient. Above all, you have demonstrated your commitment to doing all we can to keep one another safe. Thank you, all of you. And in addition to managing through COVID, the university has also, as you may have noticed, been navigating some challenging conditions on its own. And I'll restrain the urge to regale you with the riveting tales of budget cuts and academic restructuring, but suffice it to say, the university has undergone its own evolutionary journey in the past 2 years. There's still more work to do, but having now implemented most of the structural changes, I know that our university is prepared for the future. We are well positioned to continue stewarding this remarkable institution, which has grown and endured and cultivated knowledge and ideas for 114 years. And throughout, our core mission has always remained unchanged: to build one of the world's great universities for the public good. And that's not mere rhetoric. There are many universities in the world doing meaningful work, but there are not many universities in the world doing globally recognized research on such a comprehensive array of some of the most significant challenges facing the planet. Challenges like climate change, developing sustainable energy systems of the future, global food security, advancing and defending free and democratic societies committed to justice, equity, and opportunity for all, harnessing the potential of artificial intelligence to better society, advancing human health and wellness in our local communities and around the world. I am proud to say that the University of Alberta is among a small handful of global universities with the research and teaching strength to make world-changing contributions in each of these significant areas. We are leading the way with purpose to develop solutions for our planet and our society. And of course, of great importance today are the related issues of energy and climate change. And we've always had a leadership role in energy research. As far back as the 1920s, a University of Alberta researcher, Dr. Carl Clark, was instrumental in developing the technology to separate oil from sand, which ultimately led to a whole new economic sector in Alberta. And today, we once again remain at the forefront of the next big energy revolution as we move forward with a global transition to an energy mix of lower and net zero energy alternatives. And as we move through this transition, even in the most aggressive transition scenarios, oil and natural gas will continue to be needed for decades, which means our research on carbon capture and sequestration is so essential. And infrastructure will also be challenged as our climate changes, where U of A's leading research on resilient infrastructure will become even more important. Climate change will also have major impacts on the human use of water, where we are leaders in hydrology, hydraulics, water treatment, and conservation. And nanotechnologies and quantum computing and laser technologies and robotics and autonomous systems, these are all areas of new opportunities where we can improve the lives of people around the world. That's what sets our university apart, our impact in the world and the difference we make. And this is no better demonstrated than in the recent Times Higher Education Impact Ranking. This ranking is the only global performance measure that assesses universities against the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, including ending poverty, ending world hunger, climate action, and sustainable land use. I'm proud to report that among over 2,000 universities worldwide, this year, the University of Alberta ranked 11th. This is the impact that we are having in Alberta, in Canada, and around the world. And the latest QS World Rankings, which is just hot off the press, published only yesterday, this is one of the most influential university rankings in the world. And again, I'm proud to report that the University of Alberta jumped 16 spots in 1 year, and that is absolutely unheard of for any university. And we now rank number 110 in the world. This places us among the top 8% of the world's universities, a powerful measure of our reputation and our impact. Yet, of our many impacts, our most significant impact is represented by all of you here today. That is, our exceptional graduates. Undoubtedly, the university's most significant contribution to society and to the world is the remarkable talent of our graduates and all of the incredible things that you will do when you embark on that next chapter in your lives. You are the problem solvers and the change makers. You are the builders and thinkers and leaders that will help us find our way through the world's thorniest issues. You are the ones who will bring new energy, fresh thinking to the great debates and challenges of our time. We can't wait to learn about all of the amazing ways that you will use your skills and knowledge and curiosity to help shape our evolving economy, nurture our fragile planet, and build a stronger and more just society. We know it's not going to take you long before you make a real difference when you walk out these doors today, and we could not be prouder of you. So today, we celebrate your achievements, the bright futures you all have as part of our growing and global University of Alberta family. Congratulations.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University of Alberta, it is my privilege to introduce Dr. Gary Merkel. At this morning's convocation ceremony, Dr. Merkel received the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws, our institution's highest honor. We are delighted that he will share his convocation address with our graduands and guests this afternoon. A U of A alumnus and a member of the Tahltan Nation, Mr. Merkel is a professional forester whose work has advanced land stewardship, community empowerment, and culturally relevant Indigenous education, governance, and economic independence. Graduating with distinction in 1985, Mr. Merkel was the third Indigenous U of A graduate in forestry. He founded his own consulting company, Forest Innovations, and used his education and experience to benefit First Nations across Turtle Island and internationally, supporting them in their negotiations over forestry, economic development, and treaty. Dan George, chief of the Tilskasco, or the Burns Lake Band, remarks that Mr. Merkel is a tireless advocate for the betterment of First Nations people everywhere. Among his many contributions, he served as negotiator for the Tecumseh Nation Council, past chair of the Tahltan Nation Development Corporation, manager of resource development at Indian and Northern Affairs, and Director of Lands and Resources for the Katunka-Kinbasket Tribal Council. Mr. Merkel was instrumental in forming and managing the Columbia Basin Trust in 1995 to address the injustices of the BC Columbia River Treaty, also known as the CRT. The CRT led to the construction of 3 storage dams, which ultimately displaced 2,300 residents from their lands, communities, and farms. The Columbia Basin Trust was successful in securing $295 million in endowment from the province of British Columbia, leading to enduring investments in social, economic, and environmental benefits for residents in the basin. For his contributions to the trust, Mr. Merkel received the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal. In 2019, Mr. Merkel was appointed to the BC government by the BC government to co-chair the Old Growth Strategic Review for the economic, cultural, and ecological importance of old growth trees and forests in British Columbia. He was also appointed co-chair to the Minister's Forest and Range Practices Advisory Council to support the health and sustainability of BC's forests and rangelands and how vital resources are managed. As an advocate for education, Mr. Merkel empowers students to create better ways to look after the land and their communities. He supported the development and implementation of the Nicola Valley Institute of Technology. He has worked closely with UBC's Faculty of Forestry and First Nations House of Learning to engage the Aboriginal community and increase its presence and influence in the university and industry settings. He led efforts to attract Aboriginal students and counsel and improve the forest sector's ability to work effectively with First Nation communities. For over 20 years, Mr. Merkel has been involved in housing and housing policy issues to transform First Nations housing and infrastructure delivery in British Columbia. This includes serving as the founding chair of the Aboriginal Housing Committee, British Columbia, and as executive director to the First Nations Housing and Infrastructure Council, where he created and implemented a joint on-reserve housing strategy. Today, we honor his commitment to increasing Indigenous engagement and capacity building in the forest sector, recognizing Indigenous peoples' connection to and management of the land. We recognize his aspiration to create and help groups better to shape their futures. And we celebrate his dedication to empower students through education to improve their communities. Eminent Chancellor, with great pride and respect, I present Dr. Gary Merkel.
Huh. That was an encyclopedia of stuff, wasn't it? Holy. Let's get down to Tina Otier. That means it's a really, really good day. And my heart sings today, and I'm hoping that many of yours also sing today. This morning I talked about a few things, and I'll talk about a couple of them again, but I do want to talk about something a little different as well. This morning we had a video of past honorary doctorates, and there was many people in there that you would recognize, and I pointed out that all of these people are just regular, ordinary people, just like the rest of us, and myself included. But sometimes ordinary people can do extraordinary things. And that involves learning a few things that you just can't learn in school. What you've learned here is you've learned how to do really, really hard things that you don't want to do, but you have to do. And I'm guessing you got pretty good at it because you're all sitting right here in this room, right? And that is a really, really critical life skill. because not everything you do is as much, the details sometimes are really hard work, and they take a lot of discipline, and we learn discipline in school. But Oscar Wilde has a quote that I like, and it's, "Nothing worth knowing can be taught." And what that means is the things that really make a difference in who you become in your life are things that you really need to learn on your own. And I'll speak to a couple of them today. The first one is, and these are very personal things, nobody can give them to you. The first one is why are you here and who are you? Every single one of us has a central purpose, and nobody can tell you what that is. Everybody will give you expectations. Everybody will have an idea about what you should be and what you need to do this, and you need to make this money, and you need to be presentable, and you need to be whatever all that big list is. People will tell you that. But inside you, there is something really deep that is who you are. And it could be that you care about land and you want to make a difference in the planet. It could be that you care about children and you want to make better children, or you want to do many, many things. Many of you being engineers, I have a strong feeling with this generation's ethic that many of you are going to want to help us figure out how to cure the ills that we've caused on this planet right now. Deeply want to do that. And I can't tell you what that is. The only way you can find out what that is explore your own soul. Think about the things that you daydream about in your own time, that there's like your secret little dreams. Oh, I wish I could do this. You know what? There's no reason why you can't. I often say President Obama didn't know he was going to be President Obama when he was born. And most other people are like that. We're just regular people who just got this idea that we can do something. And people who actually do this on a continuous basis spend sometimes half an hour a day or an hour a day just exploring that central purpose and not being afraid of it, not being scared to let your dream out and start to live it. And the funny thing is when you start to do that, all of a sudden the life starts to unfold in front of you. Things start to happen. You don't even know why they happen, but they start to align. And next thing, I've mentored many people on this, and they come back and go, that is amazing how that works. That all of a sudden things start happening for you. And the more you do it, the more things happen. This is the secret to success of every successful person anywhere. One of the core ones. Another one, and I'll finish with this one, is to cultivate what we would call wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to make sense out of nonsense. And wisdom doesn't mean that I've jammed this down your throat enough that you're going to finally just say, okay, stop, I understand, and pretend and walk away. Wisdom means that a definition that the Mi'kmaq have, which I really like, is you can explain something incredibly complex to somebody who has wisdom, an elder, we characterize them as, and they can turn and explain that to a 6-year-old and make perfect sense. Practice it. Practice explaining your complicated stuff to people who don't understand it. Practice explaining it to a lot of people who don't understand it. Because if you're going to accomplish anything great in this world, you have to do it with a group of people. And you have to be the one who be the cement to hold them together and be able to speak to them all on real human terms. You will have your passion from knowing your purpose. It will drive you and give you fuel like crazy to do it. And with the ability to communicate, next thing you've got a little army. Next thing you're changing the world and making it a better place. I don't know how it works. It's like magic. Poof, it just works. It does, honest, believe me. So I just leave that with you today. I know I only have a short time to speak to you, and this is one of those moments in your life where many people just really, really listen. And I hope some of you heard this, because if you do, you will really, truly help us change and help fix this planet that we've done things to, and I'm really looking forward to it. The smarts are right here in this room. So that's it for me. Medu, good luck with nothing but my support, my respect, and love. Takas.
Thank you so much, Gary. So many messages to take from that, and some of them that I love the most is this thought that it's ordinary people doing extraordinary things that make the difference. And so it's up to each one of us to find our purpose and pursue it as much as we can. Wisdom is something I think we'll all still work on for a while. Thank you so much, Gary. And graduates, now it's your turn. As the name of each graduate is called to cross the stage, I will formally admit you to your degrees, and we will have an opportunity to congratulate you. On your journey across the stage, you will also walk past the University of Alberta ceremonial mace. Centuries ago, the mace was a symbol of authority over life and death. I can assure you that is no longer the case, and that is a really good thing. Today, this mace represents the life-changing power of knowledge and the importance of our university and our graduates in the community. I look forward to meeting every one of you up here on the stage.
The candidates for degrees will please rise if you are able to, and follow on page 5 of the convocation program. That's your candidates. You will be asked to provide a spoken response for the pledge with the President, which will appear on the screen shortly. Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculty, I present to you these scholars and ask that they be pledged and admitted to the degrees to which they are entitled.
Now, when you respond to the pledge, I want to hear the rafters rattle of the Jubilee. So, do you promise faithfully to observe and loyally to maintain the statutes, customs, privileges of this, your university? Do you solemnly promise to conduct yourself in all things loyally and faithfully to the honor of your university, the encouragement of learning, and the good of your country? Well done, I heard a rattle. Thank you.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of this university, I admit you to the degrees to which you are entitled, and invest you with all of the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining to such degrees. I charge you to use them for the uplifting of the whole people, to inspire the human spirit, to serve your community for the public good, and to pursue more steadfastly whatsoever things are true. Please be seated.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Siman Abu Rizk and Professor Ali Shiri, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Engineering and Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Sana Al-Sumadi. Asad Asad. Brett Nathan Carnio. Jiaxin Fan. Afshin Kashani. Barath Shamprasad Katamalawadi. Shuhamoy Mamajan. Amir Hossein Mohammadin. Mohammed Awais Rafiq. Sanbol Rahimpour. Saida Sajadi Gemagami. Ahmad Shabani Bagani. Wei Zhang. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Science, Saqib Adnan. Raviraj Gajbie. Lorenzo Wilfredo Jaramillo Chavez. Zhongyu Wang. Mohammed Imran Khan. Shinkit Lau. Rashi Midadula. Madiar Nakui. Tran Nhat Hoang Nguyen. Christoph George Outram. Mostafa Safari. Sukhjit Singh Guman. Amir Hossein Soleimanzadi. Mohammed Amin Soleimanzadi. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Engineering, Shyam Prasad Reddy Bachu. Hassan Omar Ahmed Balbaheth. Timothy Adam Chen. Xinwei Chen. Samantha Barua Chowdhury. Shengzi Cui. Ryan Kyle Cusveller. Erin Abhinav Das. Krupa Ambrishbai Desai. Chufang Du. Reza Analui. Rami Hamdi Ghazali. Graham Brian Hack. Syed Mazar Hassan. Ryan Christopher Holash. Ning Yu Huang. John Joseph. Mohanasai Kanjulapali. Puruhithikya Kunde. Sejun Luan. Shandal Yu. Sani Hanania Mapakshi. Mohammed Saeed Fuad Marmash. Harun Nazir. Nida Ifalak. Chao Chun Yu. Mohammed Owes. Mosa Chandana Padma Priya. Sai Suhas Kumar Pedakurma. Surja Peratya. Devi Sri Prasad Puturi. Ashakur Rahman. Ritvik Ramesh. Jonathan Robert Shep. Anthony Ogirima Sule. Tonchi Sun. Udaya Kumar Sundar. Jingse Tien. Thomas Wong. Abubakar Naveed Waraich. Eli Tobias Mark Weisberg. Elong Wu. Rang Xiao. Yukti Vasudeo Zodi. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Siman Abu Rizk, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Engineering. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, and recipient of the Dean's Medal in Engineering and an APEGA Past President's Medal in Electrical Engineering, Philip Suwan Kirwan, with distinction.
Philip Suwan Kirwan is this year's recipient of the Dean's Medal in Engineering, awarded by the Faculty of Engineering on the basis of academic standing in the final 2 years and qualities of leadership and character. Philip's dedication to the Academy has earned him several awards, including the Dean's Research Award and the Fleur Canada Award. He volunteered his time to several initiatives on campus, including as VP Academic for the Electrical Engineering Club, where he developed a successful proposal for the requisition of a new laboratory equipment for an electrical engineering course. Philip participated in Gear Week every year during his time at U of A, earning an MVP award in 2019 for participation. He's also volunteered as an Aikido instructor since 2016 and currently teaches at the Tenshaki Aikido Edmonton. And upon graduating, Philip will be traveling to Europe and the United States. He will then begin his graduate studies at UBC, where he will work on silicon photonics for quantum computing applications at UBC's Quantum Matter Institute. He will also undertake an internship at a Canadian quantum computing company. Philip plans to work in integrated quantum photonics, and afterwards you'll have to explain to me what that is. So please, join me in congratulating Philip.
Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, Tolowani Adelkunle. Dylan Levi Allen, with distinction. Michael Antefeoff, with distinction. Michael Robert Boisvert. Brock Lawrence Chelly, with distinction. Andrew Chen, with distinction. Matthew Christopher Kennard, with distinction. Patricia Lynette DeBoon. Andrew John Dearborn. Justin Diala. Cyrus Lapuz Diego, with distinction. Reynard Jean Dizon, with distinction. Caden William Dreger. Recipient of an APEGA Past President's Medal in Computer Engineering, Rain Epp, with distinction. Stephen Fang. Daniel Senon Florendo. Shital Sushil Gur. Rafaela Andrea Grana. Yuning Guo. Amir Sean Hansen. Kyle Raymond Kengmeng Hennig, with distinction. Wenjuo Hong. Wanbin Jiang. Anamesh Kesi. Jashwan Khan with distinction. Ryan Alexander Kortbeek with distinction. Michael Kwok with distinction. Cynthia Lee with distinction. Samuel Richard Loiper with distinction. Robert James Ma with distinction. Nathan Lane McHale with distinction. Cole Milburn. Ramesh Naveed. Juwan Park. Rutvik Mayank Patel. Joshua James Patrick. Zihui Peng with distinction. Faisal Muhammad Redwan. Harpreet Singh Saini. Ryan Christian Karamihan Sandoval with distinction. Nicholas Matthew Serrano. Hudson Cole Shaikowski with distinction. Armianto Sumitro with distinction. Ramana Vasanthan with distinction. Kate Rachel Villar with distinction. Zixuan Wan with distinction. Andrew Thomas Wood. Arun Sunny Wasari with distinction. Zichang Zhang with distinction. Jiatian Zhang. Junrui Zhu. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, Zuhair Abdallah. Emmanuel Afrifa. Ayan Syed Ahmed with distinction. Abdullah Al-Mahmoud. Amir Zakaria Ali with distinction. Afridi Islam Alif with distinction. Cayman Frank Badri. Hassan Adam Ahmed Barakat. Christian Vargas. Andrew Joel Barry Battelle with distinction. Haiying Bu. Alan Mingjun Tsai. Madison Lee Kalpis. Harry Chahan. Tyler Stephen Schmiller. Sydney Uchechukwu Chukwujekwe. Brendan Ronald Coots with distinction. Joshua Oluwatimelehin Dada. James Wilson Davis with distinction. Maria Socorro Alia Ramos de Grano with distinction. John Ray Medina de Jesus. Jitai Dong with distinction. Dhruv Dugal. Siddhant Gautam with distinction. Archisman Giri. Himanshu Goyal. Elin Guo with distinction. Brett Ryan Haig with distinction. Jeffrey Andreas Hamilton. Faye Han with distinction. Yasser Ibrahim. Nathan Lucas Idler. Naman Jain. Matthew Christopher Jansen. Hans Perez Harales. Rahul Jasani. Gaurav Jayakumar with distinction. Ining Jin. Manvir Singh Jutla. Wensin Kang. Elton John Knudsen. Logan Pascal Cole. Shin Lai with distinction. Loida Angelica Lim. Mengxuan Liu with distinction. Mingray Ma. Mingjie Ma with distinction. Hussein Hamza Mahamud. Cullen von Gerin Marchand with distinction. Henry Kabulisen Markin. Kevin Mina Bui. Haley Shigeko McDermott with distinction. Robbie James McLean. Joshua Michael McClellan. Allegra Grace Mills. Nirav Modi. Abdul Hakim Ahmed Mohammed. Sheikh Mohammed Ibrahim with distinction. Alexander Blake Murray with distinction. Gilbert Nguyen. Chigozim Edmund Ofili. Eriolua, Adachimnobi, Oluwadele. Randy Nicholas Palomar with distinction. Kennedy Ann Monique Palmer. Scott James Papiani. Hunter James Parrish. Chuo Chow with distinction. Evan George Reichel. Rayanne Dove Sates with distinction. Andrew Thomas Shane with distinction. Jaskirat Singh. Christopher Samuel Sutton. Weiyang Tang. Yufang Tang with distinction. Ife Tao. Kelsey Fraser Truran. Tyler Paul Veltus. Yuhan Wang with distinction. Yuqing Wang. Robin Lee Weber. Andrew Glenn Albert Woke. Kefei Wu. Ilong Yao. Joshin Yen with distinction. Adil Yunus with distinction. Josué Alberto Zelaya Padilla with distinction. Ji Zhang. Guangwu Ju. Manur Zia. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Ahmed Abdi El Galil with distinction. Mohammed Ahmed Abdrabu. Mohammed Wael Abdullah. Kelly Michael Admiral. Shazan Ahmed with distinction. Adrian Allen Alano. Bashar El-Dukna. Justin Robert Anderson. Jobandeep Singh Aulak with distinction. Navneet Kaur Aulak with distinction. Leo Joseph Akinikol. Gary Bai with distinction. Gordon Ban with distinction. Rafael Aquino Barabat. Nicholas Gage Blythe. Nolani Alexandria Breton. Riley Robert Brown with distinction. Razaul Karim Arnab. Ashton Buller with distinction. Cole Christopher Cairns. Jacob Ryan Kamek with distinction. Jordan Neil Cameron. Kiernan Gregory Shearwater Carroll. Juan David Castillo. Jen Damian Chan. Elizabeth Ting Chow with distinction. Jeffrey Baltazar Chapa. Devankar Sandesh Chawathe with distinction. Shuen U Chen. Shivaji Chowdhury with distinction. Cole Noah Clark. Iman Khaled. Aidan Nicholas Cork. Samuel Joseph Cookies with distinction. Padmanabha Das. Jace Carter Davis. Zachary Christopher DeRoyan with distinction. Bennett Thomas Denhode. Mahan Singh Deol with distinction. Nicholas Harrison DeSenko with distinction. Nicholas Joseph DeTero. Idong Dong. Samuel Alexander Drozda with distinction. Jude Christian Duval. Rawad El Shufi. Mohammed Alathi with distinction. Francis Osamudayamwen Eranwan. Lucas Martin Esposito with distinction. Rabbi de Luna Evangelista with distinction. Molly Danielle French. Mark William Friesen. Jonathan Wesley Gelmini. Neilman Singh Gill with distinction. Matthew Logan Giroux. Zachary William Giroux with distinction. Shikar Gupta with distinction. Stephen Timothy Guylander. Hassan Ali Hamdan. Sean Michael Hetherington. Ethan James Heisey. Noah Michael Hewitt. Terrace Robert Hodinsky. Brendan Kyle Holterhuss with distinction. Bryce Charlton Blair Horn with distinction. Alexander Huang. Rylan Connor Huggins. Evan Hanka. Tyler Iglesias. Everett Jeffries with distinction. Stephen Ishen Jiang with distinction. Recipient of an APEGA Past President's Medal in Mechanical Engineering, Jacob Taylor Joffe with distinction. Dawson Kafer. Christopher Ellis Keene with distinction. Abdullah Karadi with distinction. Mohammed Keris. Paul Kim with distinction. Han King with distinction. Ian Gordon Kitson with distinction. Mason Ryan Lance. Pavel Larkin. Joshua Suhong Lao. Anthony Lee with distinction. Ethan Colin Michael Ledig. Thomas Lehman with distinction. Selena Madi Lavogla with distinction. Stanley Dharmasuputra Lim. Mitchell Harland Eric Lipset. Wiley Aaron Laurenti. Jair Daniel Lugo. Taylor Karen Lund with distinction. Tyler Jackson Lund with distinction. Adam Thomas McMahon. Yugant Manchanda. Andrew Robert Scott Martin with distinction. Sean Cameron Massey with distinction. Jamin Thomas Matthew with distinction. Aiden Robert McIntyre. Xiao Meng with distinction. Abdul Wahab El Sayed Abdul Wahab Mohammed with distinction. Nicholas Eric Molina. Austin Joseph Moore Pio. Carlos Daniel Moreno. Emily B. Murray with distinction. Kenneth Bagula Mapunga. Luca Morita with distinction. Abel Manalak Nagatu. Jordan Gabriela Nutzling with distinction. Carolyn Nguyen with distinction. Tyson Michael Ofsty with distinction. Nicole Andrea Oliver Bedencourt. Corey Benjamin Osleys. Eustathios Pananos. Zoen Pang with distinction. Ankit Parashant with distinction. Jagesh Dinesh Kumar Patel. Mark Mikhail Philippos with distinction. Nishalin Pillay. Carson Curtis Plamondon with distinction. Allison Elizabeth Probst. George Pierre Raban Camiso. Sarah Safwat Roshdi Radwan with distinction. Tarush Yaiwani. Chris Kartik Rajan with distinction. Tahir Shabir Rangwala. Bilal Rashid. Jonathan Ross Rashki with distinction. William Jacqua Wren with distinction. Syed Rizvi with distinction. Juan Pablo Rodriguez Gallo. Matthew Hamilton Ryan. Also receiving a certificate in sustainability, Daria Sadovska with distinction. Jaskamal Singh Sahota with distinction. Gurkanwar Singh Saini. Mohammed Fahim Salim. Mohammed Shahriyar Salim. Andrew Mark Soretsky with distinction. Samuel James Saris with distinction. Naranjan Seskumar. Jyotir Satya Sai with distinction. Jeffrey Scott Schmidt. Kyle Daniel John Robert Seitz. Nolan Connor Sept. Nitesh Sharma. Nathan Robert Simpson with distinction. Damanveer Singh. Parampal Singh with distinction. Jamal Sleeman. Madison Virginia Slino. Thane Matthew Statters. Alejandro Suarez Torres with distinction. Natritwa Subedi. Hao Yuan Sun. Also receiving a certificate in sustainability, Adam Daniel Sundberg with distinction. Alexander Peter Sidorik with distinction. Ali Mohammed Syed. Natalie Dominique Tam with distinction. Isabelle Marie Tetro with distinction. Justin Riley Tetzlaff. Adam Mitchell Tkausik. Jared Trudell with distinction. Jason Trong with distinction. Rihanna Jane Tung with distinction. Tate Marlowe Tweeton with distinction. Tully Montgomery Goping Underhill with distinction. Karim Amin Mohammed Valji with distinction. Nicholas Andrew Vall. Jessica Danielle Van Oss with distinction. Liam Stewart Vass with distinction. Noah Jacob Veldkamp with distinction. Jared Christopher Verge. Jacob Paul Verslice with distinction. Marco Alberto Villegas. Mohammed Abid Wadud. Natasha Tarin Wayman. Brittany Marie Weisbeck with distinction. Ty Truman Wendland with distinction. Solomon Pathme Wijerekrema. Isaiah Wong with distinction. Alexander William Wright. Kaichuan Wu with distinction. Conley Edward Werben with distinction. Xiolin Yu. Tassin Zaman with distinction. Landon Stephen Zanowicz. Derek Ge Zhang. Jack Fanghua Zhou with distinction. Lei Zhou. Shabir Zoib. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering Physics, Waylon Ragon Chang with distinction. Zachary Kirk Arthur Taylor Cox with distinction. Eric Fraser Hollowell. Bradley Morris Hessen. Cheyenne Corasani. Joshua Del Lazarick. Jonathan Christopher David McMonagle. Isaac John Zenting Medes. Campbell Tracy Ray with distinction. Leo Joseph Eric Remillard with distinction. Max Stratman Meucci. Riley Cole Sturmer with distinction. Anaf Tamid with distinction. Chase Daniel Wren with distinction.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty, I present to you the remaining scholars whose names appear in the convocation program but who are not in attendance.
Well, you made it. And so for family and friends who can stand, please join me. I think this moment calls for a standing ovation. Now, there's one other group in the auditorium that also merits a standing ovation. And for our graduates who can stand, please stand. And I want you to turn and thank your family and friends who sustained you through all of this. Please be seated. And so now it is time to turn our attention to the final part of the ceremony. And before you are formally welcomed into the University of Alberta Alumni Association, I invite you to watch the screens for a presentation of a special video montage. The song that accompanies the video, Je te retrouve, or I Remember You, was commissioned by Campus Saint-Jean in 2008 in honor of the U of A centenary. It captures, I think, the hopefulness and potential of the days spent at university. And hopefully it will spark some of your own memories of your years here. The song is also a display of many of U of A's talents. It was composed by Professor Emeritus and Honorary Degree recipient, Dr. France Levasseur-Ouimet, and arranged by U of A alumnus, Dr. Alan Bevan. And the recording is performed by Chorale Saint-Jean under the direction of Laurier Fagnon. And I have to tell you, every time I see this video, I get a tear in my eye, and I think you might too. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Eminent Chancellor, thank you, merci. To the graduating class of 2022, you have shown incredible resiliency, drive, and determination to be here today. Congratulations and welcome. My name is Ken Coburn, and I graduated from the University of Alberta in 1979 from the Faculty of Engineering. It is my honor to congratulate you on becoming a U of A alumnus and to officially welcome you to our alumni family. We are more than 300,000 strong, living in some 140 countries around the world. We are a supportive, proud, diverse global network, collectively making extraordinary contributions to the alumni community, the university, and for the public good. Together, we are change makers, community builders, world shapers. Throughout the history of the university, our world has faced many challenges, but when we stand together, we generate the solutions that make us healthier, safer, stronger, and more just. We will always be seeking, always be challenging, but most of all, always be leading. Like our university, our alumni lead with purpose. Félicitations et bonne chance. Congratulations and best wishes on all your future adventures.
And so we're almost coming to the end of our ceremony. In closing, I'd like to offer a few words of thanks. To Dr. Gary Merkel, thank you once again for sharing your story and your wisdom with our university family. You're an inspiring example of leadership, service, and accomplishment. Thank you, Gary. I also wish to thank our talented vocalist, Noel Wright, and our outstanding Convocation band under the direction of Dr. Thomas Dust. Congratulations. Thank you. And not surprisingly, there is a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes to plan for an event like this. And I wish to acknowledge the hard work of the staff of the Office of the Registrar and the Office of the Senate for their organization of today's Convocation. Thank you very much. And I'm pleased to invite everyone to stay in the lobbies after to mingle and congratulate your friends and colleagues and family. Finally, to our graduates, congratulations to all of you who have accomplished, for what you have accomplished leading up to the conferral of your degree. On top of the normal challenges of completing a degree, these past 2 years have been incredibly challenging. And I want to acknowledge your determination and perseverance that helped get you to this day. Well, it might be a bit of a cliche to say we're all in this together. These past few years have taught us how much that simple message rings true. Your convocation today symbolizes what we can achieve together, how we can uplift the whole people, how we can continue to explore and pursue the truth when we unleash the creativity, the energy, ideas, and compassion of the students who are graduating today and will lead the way for tomorrow. I hope you feel incredibly proud of what you have accomplished in your years at our university. You have spent hours, months, and years listening and learning, digging into complex issues and topics, thinking critically about some of the most pressing issues of our time, sharing time with friends and colleagues, and preparing for wherever your journey will take you. In turn, we are incredibly proud of all of you, our newest graduates. You bring us hope for the future. You inspire us with your energy, your enthusiasm, and ideas. Whatever path you choose, I encourage you, above all else, to understand you can make a positive difference in our world. And I can assure you that the University of Alberta will be here cheering you on from the sidelines as each of you pursues your next hopes and dreams. Thank you so much, and enjoy your celebration and the rest of today.